In this full-length tire comparison, we're taking a close look at two of the most talked about dual sport and adventure motorcycle tires in the market, the Mitas E07 and the Michelin Anakee Wild. These tires are engineered for riders who spend significant time off-road, yet also require stable and safe performance on pavement, particularly those traveling long distances, exploring remote terrain, or tackling rugged trails with loaded ADV machines. While both tires are classified as 50-50 or more off-road biased, they cater to slightly different adventure riding philosophies. The Mitas E07 is well known for its excellent compromise between dirt performance and highway durability, while the Michelin Anakee Wild leans more toward off-road aggression, aiming to serve adventure riders who prioritize traction and control in difficult terrain. This detailed comparison will break down how these two tires perform in the real world, including their off-road traction, on-road behavior, wet weather performance, durability, comfort, and value, so you can choose the tire that aligns with your riding goals and terrain preferences. The Mitas E07 is a legendary name in the ADV world, especially favored by long-distance overland riders and RTW, round-the-world travelers. Known for its durability, balanced character, and competent off-road capability, it has been a go-to option for dual-sport riders who need a tough tire that can go the distance, both on the road and in the dirt. Note, there are two versions, the standard E07 and the E07 Plus. This comparison focuses on the standard E07, which is more off-road capable. The E07 features a chevron-style tread block design that delivers excellent grip in loose gravel, dry dirt, and hard-packed trails. It's particularly strong on fire roads, rocky tracks, and dry soil. The intermediate tread spacing clears debris reasonably well and offers good lateral traction when navigating mild ruts or side-hill conditions. While it's not a true deep mud or sand tire, the E07 is extremely competent in most ADV off-road scenarios. It's a favorite for riders on bikes like the Honda Africa Twin, KTM 890 Adventure, or BMW GS who balance their off-road ambitions with long on-road legs. On the pavement, the E07 offers surprisingly good road manners for a tire with dual-sport tread. The tire provides predictable cornering behavior, decent lean stability, and minimal squirm. It's particularly well-suited for riders who want to do long-distance travel across multiple countries or terrain types. That said, you will feel some vibration and hum at highway speeds, expected for this category, but it's less intrusive than more aggressive off-road tires. Thanks to its natural rubber-rich compound, the E07 offers decent wet road performance. While not on par with pure street or 80/20 tires, it handles rainy conditions and wet tarmac confidently when ridden with reasonable care. On wet trails, it can feel slightly overwhelmed in slick mud or wet grass, but again, this is expected in the 50/50 class. Its strength lies in its balanced performance rather than extremes. This is where the E07 truly shines. Riders frequently report 10,000 to 15,000 kilometers, 6,000 to 9,000 miles of use from a rear tire, and even more from the front. The hard compound and deep tread depth make it a favorite for extended trips and adventure touring. It resists chunking, heat damage, and sidewall failure even under loaded panniers or two-up riding across rough terrain. The ride quality of the E07 is moderately firm but acceptable for adventure riders. Road noise is noticeable at speed, especially on smooth asphalt, but it is quieter than the more aggressive Michelin Anakee Wild. Vibrations are present but manageable, especially if you're running it on a larger ADV bike with good suspension. The Michelin Anakee Wild is a more aggressive 50/50 tire that leans heavily toward off-road performance. It's designed for riders who are serious about dirt and want maximum traction on unpredictable terrain without completely giving up pavement capability. This tire is popular among adventure riders who tackle rocky climbs, wet grass, sand dunes, and muddy trails, particularly those riding big-bore ADV machines and demanding confidence in rough terrain. Off-road is where the Anakee Wild stands above most competitors. With its highly open block tread pattern and stiff sidewalls, it delivers excellent grip on loose surfaces, including deep sand, gravel, and even wet terrain. The aggressive tread clears mud and dirt rapidly, offering better self-cleaning than the E07. It also handles technical climbs, ruts, and steep descents with assurance. For riders who venture far into rugged trails and want a dirt-capable tire that can still legally roll on the road, the Anakee Wild is a top-tier option. Despite its aggressive tread, the Anakee Wild is surprisingly composed on pavement. Michelin's advanced compound allows the tire to grip well during cornering and braking. However, its tall tread blocks can squirm under hard braking, and fast highway riding introduces more vibration and tire noise than the E07. It's safe and predictable, but not refined. More of a trail-worthy tire that can handle pavement, rather than a road tire that dabbles in dirt. Wet road performance is surprisingly good for such an aggressive tire. The compound maintains traction in the rain, and water evacuation from the tread is acceptable. However, hydroplaning risk is slightly higher due to the wide groove pattern, and wet cornering requires a steady throttle and reduced lean angles. Off-road in wet conditions, the Anakee Wild performs well, handling slick clay, mud, and grassy terrain better than the E07 due to its superior tread depth and spacing. Being a more aggressive tire, the Anakee Wild wears faster, especially on the rear. Typical mileage ranges from 6,000 to 10,000 kilometers, 3,700 to 6,200 miles, with fronts lasting longer. Riders who stay off-road more often see better wear life, while long highway stretches can eat through the rear knobs faster. Still, the tire holds up while structurally under heavy adventure bikes and fully loaded conditions. The Anakee Wild is noticeably louder and firmer than the Mitas E07. On pavement, you'll hear a pronounced hum and feel vibration at highway speeds. It's tolerable for day rides or shorter touring stints, but not ideal for those who spend most of their time on asphalt. For riders used to dirt bike tires, this won't be a problem, but if you're coming from smoother ADV tires, it's a significant shift in feel. Choose Mitas E07 if you want a balanced 50-50 tire that can handle off-road confidently, but still excel on long road trips. Value high mileage, comfort, and reduced road noise. Frequently ride long distances, cross countries, or load your bike heavily for overland trips. Choose Michelin Anakee Wild if you ride aggressively off-road and need maximum traction in mud, sand, or rocky terrain. Don't mind sacrificing some on-road comfort and noise levels for superior dirt performance. Want a more off-road focused 50-50 tire without stepping into true knobbies. Both the Mitas E07 and Michelin Anakee Wild are exceptional dual sport tires, but they target slightly different riders. The E07 offers long-range durability and balance, while the Anakee Wild delivers off-road supremacy with street legality. Choose based on where you ride most and how wild you're willing to get.